Good morning, it's Ashley here from Paper&Twine and it is about 8:15 on Wednesday. I hope to get this video up today. It's already 20 degrees. I think it's set to be another hot one. Yes, I think in the UK we're experiencing our fourth heat wave. Anyway, I am going to do my Woolly Steph art page today, fish. I know a lot of you have done it already and I've seen a couple. I've tried not to peek because I don't want to be influenced. I've got my Barocca dupe on the go. I do like it as a drink first thing in the morning. It's very refreshing and I've got a big cup of tea as well. Apologies for my rough hands. Yeah, messing in the garden, cleaning at home. Hands are not in the best condition. Before I get cracking on my art page, I want to just show you some cards that I made at Paper Crafting the other day. So we used visible image stamps. I was very good and didn't buy them. So we did some inking in the background. I used Studio Light inks. These are the colours that Hazel used as well. There's a whole set. There's about 5 or 6 different sets. And they are quite nice with these splats on. But, you know, if you've got an outline stamp like this and you've got a little splatter stamp, you could just as easily achieve that without having to buy it. You could draw your circles like that if you're good at them. Ink blending, yes. I was thinking what else you could do. You could splatter paint on. Yeah, so those are them. And we did a little bit inside, which is always nice. I did kind of quite like this spread your wings thing. And yes, Lily in Bloom. Those are quite nice. But I've got so many stamps that are floral. I do not need any more. Now, I've just realised I haven't got any card cut to size. So I'm hoping... Oh yes, I've got a nice piece here. I was going to use the media card, but just to save time, I will use this. So my gel press, I'm going to have a go with using my gel press, is 5 by 7. So I'm going to cut my card down to 6.5 by 4.5. So it's slightly smaller than my plate. And obviously my art page is 4 inches square. So I've got this to play with. Oh, so excited. This is brand new. Oh, it's so clean. Now you can from Lavinia get the acrylic blocks to put these on, which means that you can see. Actually, I might just leave it on that. And then I could put that like that there. Yes, so you can achieve the look that I like where you smoosh it down, but I think I'm going to go the other way today. I'm going to keep this on. Do I want to go horizontal or... Yeah, I'm going to go horizontal. I think that might be easier to work with. Now, my Lavinia video will be coming up soon. On the Tuesday, I dropped in for the free demo session and the lovely Helen was showing us how to use the gel press. So I'm going to have a go. Now what she does, and we're learning this together guys, so stick with me. She only inks up half of her brayer. Like that, and I haven't done it very evenly. This is one of the Lavinia Elements inks. This is Blue Lagoon. So I'm trying to go for a sea theme. And then I'm going to, yeah, you see, not very good, not very even. Go over it all like that. See if we can get that out. Now, she used dinkles for the next part. I think it might be easier if I did take that off there because it's slipping. Let's just clean my brayer. She used dinkles for the next part, and when you see my Lavinia video, you will see that I have bought some dinkles, but they're like brushos. You need to pierce a hole in the lid, and then you need to, you can mix them with water if you sprinkle some in a thing. Now, I haven't got time for that today. I'm running out of space. So we're going to do a little bit of speckling, a little bit of, what you call it, ink smooshing. And put that on there. Move this down here a little bit. I don't think I need that little brayer, so that can definitely go out of the way. in case I might have shot, I'm really sorry. I'm just putting a little bit of this green parrot on my mat. I've just realised I need kitchen paper. There we go. Come and film a video, Ashley, and be really prepared by having everything you need with you. That would be a good start, wouldn't it? And I'm going to spray to get a lot of water. And I'm going to get my fan brush. Haven't got my fan brush. Where is my fan brush? Oh my word, I am going to have to pause you. I am sorry. It was a good job I did pause you because I could say that I wasn't in shot with this. Now, I'm going to spray some water on my fan brush as well because I want it really nice and wet. And one of the things that I learned was when you're doing splatters, splatter off first. So I want bubbles all over. If you get rid of your excess first, it, what's the word I'm looking for? Gives you more variety. I'm going to just give that a thingy. I'm going to bring in a bit of scrap card because I don't want to waste this lovely vibrant colour. And I don't know whether it is even going to look green on my thing yet. I hope it is. I want a little bit of lime green and I want some pink. Let's get rid of that. Then I'm bringing in, I know it's not very marine-like, but I'm going to bring in a little bit of the bright pink. This is Pink Elephant. I love these inks. They are so juicy. And we might stamp with them as well, but I have got some VersaFine Clair too. Look, this is so juicy where the lid went down. I've got, you can't see, but I've got ink on there. Right, have another slurp of this while you've got it, Ashley, and spray that. Right. Let's get splatting. So splat off a bit first. Right, I'm going to leave that like that. And where you've got colours mixing, like, because these are water reactive, they will change colour. I don't know whether the dinkles do change colour. I've got to, as one of my jobs today, get some thumbtacks to put in my dinkles. Right, so going to put that more or less evenly in. I'll go over the back of this with my clean brayer. Now you could, oh, that's got colour on it. You could do my acrylic block kissing technique and you'd get a lighter smoosh, if that makes sense. Let's turn it over this way and see if we can see anything. Yes, I think I would benefit. Oh, look at that. Oh, let's take it off. Oh, look at that, guys. What do we think? Oh, I'm so proud of that. And my plate is almost clean. Let's just pick up whatever's on here with this. Gosh, that's nice. Ooh. Lovely. So we'll leave you. Now, if I would be interested to see how the, I need to give this a clean. I'd be interested to see how the artist's card, media artist card, stands up to this. Let me move my brayers right out of the way. They're going to need a good wash. And then I find a clean bit of paper and I need to cut this down to just under 4 inches square, and then I'll show you what fishy elements I've got to play with. Oh, look, I love it. The colour is so vibrant and so, oh, I don't know. Which bit should we go for? I know it's a waist, but I like this bit here. It's a waist cutting it like this, but I like these little bubbly bits at the top. I'll show you in a minute. Just under 4 inches. I don't like that smudgy bit, so we can get rid of that. Just under 4 inches. Wow. So I like those bubbles there, which is the kind of thing that I was going for. Now I think with the dinkles I would have got much more vibrant colour, but never mind. These are the scraps that I've got left. They will come in for something, no doubt. Fishy elements that I've got then. I don't own a lot. I have got, and I've lost them already. What have I done with them? Oh, here they are. I've got a couple of stencils. I've got this one, which would be quite good for in the background, but I don't know. I don't know whether I want to stencil in the background. I've got this one, which is comedic. I don't think I want to do that. Then stamps wise, I've got this fishy one here, the bones, but I don't think I want to do that either. Those are all funky fossil. I've got the famous Lavinia fish. I wonder how many of you have used those. I think a couple have. But I think I'm going to do something different with these. Yes, I think I am. Yes. Oh, yes, I've got an idea. Yes. Then I have got the actual seaweedy one, but I wanted to show you how you can use your stamps in different ways. So this really long one, for example, with this flower head at the top, that's not very sea-like, but this part here is. So I think I'm going to get my stamp platform and I'm going to do some stamping of things like that. And I'm going to put you on fast forward, I think, now. So I don't think I need my stamp platform anymore. You saw that I stamped these onto what we smooshed on the gel plate. I'm going to fussy cut these, but without the frilly bits. And the reason that I've stamped them in the background is that when I glue them on, you'll see the frilly bits, hopefully. I just fussy cut one on camera, and then I'll do the other one off camera. This is a good hack for if you've got butterflies and bees and you want to fussy cut them, but they've got things that get in the way that are impossible. If you stamp it on your background first, where you want the image to be, the full image, and then fussy cut the easy bits of it, if that makes sense. What's underneath will show. And I've got a dark background anyway. These flourishes aren't particularly visible anyway, but it just makes it, you see, I'm not even in shot. I am sorry. It just makes it a bit easier. What's everybody got planned for today? I've got jobs to do. Got to water all my house plants, which is becoming an ever increasingly long job. I think I've got 15 indoor house plants now. And I'm being quite a good plant mama. Somebody, and I don't know who it was, I did put an appeal on Facebook for someone to I put a photograph. Somebody for my 60th birthday got me a little miniature rose, and it flowered quite nicely for a while, and then it's just started to not do very well. So I did a bit of research, and I've put it in a better position. It says that, see, that just adds a little bit of dimension. You don't even have to, I might not stick that fin down there. Yeah, and that just gives a bit more dimension, and I can colour the fish as I want them. Yeah, somebody that I watched on YouTube, or it might have been Instagram, said that supermarket miniature roses that you normally get, they usually, to make it look full, put 4 little plants in. And I've had a look at mine, and that is the case. And this guy said you would be better off planting them all separately. And it needs at least 6 hours of full sun. Now, the front of the house does get a lot of sun, but while we've been having this really, really hot weather, we have been closing the shutters to keep the house cool, keep the sun out, keep the house cool. So it's maybe not been getting as much sunlight as it needs, but yeah, I think it's doing okay. I'm not going to repot them at the moment, I don't think, but soon I might. I need to get some more houseplant compost. Hubby said, can't you just use ordinary? And I said, well, no, it's a bit too thick. I'm sure that you probably could and mash it up and make it finer, but I think indoor plants, I don't know, they need something just a little bit finer. Oh, I don't know what I'm talking about. I could be talking out my bottom. You said a rude word then, but I didn't. Mindful of my lovely ladies who've probably not got potty mouths like me. Right, coming around to this tail here. Yes, I was very good when I went to paper crafting this week. I paid for my next workshop. I'm going to cut down this fin here so that I can have that one kind of flipping up on its own like that. So yeah, right, we can stick them on. Yes, I was very good. I bought white card and the media card stock because I hadn't got very much white card. And when my great nieces came to stay, they did some paper crafting. I'll show you what we made actually. We made a little notebook, well, not a notebook, a little mini album like this. This is mine that I made alongside them, and I haven't by any means finished it because I was like concentrating on helping them, and it's by no means perfect, but we got loads of stuff out and had a little play. Yeah, I've made these before and I haven't decorated all my pages, but yeah, we made one of those accordion mini things, and we did inky backgrounds and stamping, and they loved sticking on stickers and things and making little pockets, so they've taken theirs home with them. Yeah, so I used quite a lot of card for that. Before I stick my fish down, I want a little bit more bright pink, so I'm going to do a bit more paint splattering. That's way too much ink. See how they are so juicy. Let's bring in my, and I love my Lavinia matte. It's very nice. Yeah, I just want to see if this bright pink will sit more on the top now that we've done our gel printing. I think because it is an element, it is water reactive and it's mixing with the other colours. I'm making purple rather than being the bright pink that I wanted, but there we go. That will do. With the pink on you. There we go. And it's wipe you up. Right, so I'm going to do just a couple of little things to finish this off. Before I colour, I'm going to do a little bit of ink blending around the edge, and because I want to bring in the pink, I'm using this pink elephant and just a little touch around the edge, and it is going to go purple. And this is what Lavinia and her team
recommend is that you work in your lid, and the lid on this mat is non-slip, which is quite good. Yeah, when hubby saw that I bought another work mat, he was like, did you really need that? And I said, yes. I've retired my glass mat for now. The glass mat will be good for heating and cutting. You can't cut on this. And I've got 3 of these brushes. I will, as time goes on, get one for each colour family. They're lovely to work with. And they're really good quality. Got a bit of inkage on that handle there. Will it come off? Yes. So we move those out of the way, and let's see if my glue will work. My studio light glue is nearly empty. I have got another one, and I did buy the Lavinia Bippity Boppity glue as well. I'll clean that in a minute. Right, fish, where are you? Here you are. Let's see if you will stick on. Well, you will stick on if I can get the glue out. I know that. Oh. I've got my other one behind me because I took that to paper crafting because I didn't want to take one that was so nearly empty. And then I'm just going to do a little bit of titivating to finish it off. I could leave the tail kind of not stuck down as well, actually. That's quite nice, just to give a little bit of dimension. And we cut there, didn't we, as well? And then here, I think I will stick your tail down. But I hope you saw in the speeded up bit that I used a grass as a weed. And I wish I'd done more of it. I've got everything going straight, but not everything goes straight in nature. That was something else that I learned. So vary the angle of what you're stamping. That doesn't need to be stuck down. There's his little fin sticking up. So I've got a few little bits here to play with. I've got these Jelly Roll Moonlight pens. Let's have a little look. I've got this lime green. I'm going to see if I can colour bits of him in. Don't want to do all of him. Just makes him shimmer a little bit more. I do quite like the pale blue on that, so I'm going to leave that. I'm going to bring in now my gold Posca pen. Well, it's not gold, it is a sparkling yellow. This was a suggested purchase for the workshop. And I'm going to do a few little dots on this fish here. And do some bubbles coming out of his mouth, like that. And here. Might do white bubbles for that fish. I don't know, I do like the gold. And I want to add a little bit of colour to the fish in the background. No, I don't actually, because I quite like them like that. What I might just do is highlight some of these white spots on these spotty fish in the background, because I do like that. It just makes it pop a little bit more. So this is the Signo white gel pen. That wasn't very neat there. A little bit on this fish here. Being careful not to smudge my gold paint. I didn't know you could get sparkling Posca pens, but they come in quite a nice range of colour. There's a red one which would be nice for holly berries at Christmas, wouldn't it? Let's see, we've got some quite nice pink bubbles going on there.
just make that eye pop a bit more. And here. And here. And here. But those fish are quite nice just in the background. I don't think I've gone too over the top with that. And then just one last thing I'm going to add is a little bit of glossy accents on some of these bubbles in the background. Typical, my glossy accents isn't going to play. I might have to get the poker tool in it. It's been really good recently. Let's see now, squirt a bit off on some waste. Yes, there we go. It was quite a lot that came out there, never mind. Right, so I like, oh, I've made my hole too big. And I'm going to leave it at that because less is more. I've splodged in something, I don't know what. There we go. Let's just move everything out of the way. Put that in there and that in there. And show you. There we go. And that is my fish. I quite like the ones in the background, but I don't know whether I would have liked them in a different colour. I don't know. Let me know what you think. And I'll be back on the 20th to pull the next prompt for the Woollister Art Club. There she is in all her glory. And I'm not putting a sentiment on it. Do take care. I'll be back very soon. Bye.